Oh yeah, on the news of Final Fantasy side, guys. UMAD has been officially cleared, which is the new Ultimate has been officially cleared as of 6/7, which is pretty hilarious. It was cleared on 6/7 by a team called DN, which is practically short for
These nuts. Got it.
You can't even make that up, guys. These nuts cleared on 6/7. Cleared by these nuts, right? I was kind of hoping Poikos was winning. I was watching a little of the race. I feel like Poikos deserved to win, but I mean, you know, it just kind of sucks because, you know, real life gets in the way, you know. Yeah, even like Frosty took PTO off to run because like I don't think they expected the Ultimate to run almost a week long, you know. I think casters did a good job. You know, maybe I should have applied to cast. You know, I should have thought about it. You know, I think I would have been an entertaining caster. Especially having 0 ultimates under my belt. I'm pretty sure I could have winged it, you know. I saw a lot of tweets. There was a lot of mixed tweets all over. Some people were like, "Oh yeah, casters are great," and then some tweets are like, "Casters didn't know nothing," you know. But I think it's a good mix, right? Like I think casters are cool. Like if it's a short like fighting event, like let's say like Tekken or Street Fighter, I think having a knowledgeable caster is good, right? Oh, I had a sneeze. But I think for having such like a marathon type ultimate where there's a lot of prog, there's a lot of downtime, it's a good mix to have. It's a good mix to have casters who are knowledgeable about the fight, casters who are good at filling the void, right? Casters who's good at generic talk and entertainment. Because ultimately it's a show, right? The world first race is a show. And I think it's a good mix, you know. Preferably, I think the most important part of the casting part is like if you're passionate about 14. I think that's the most important part, you know. The scamming Namazu himself. That's Scamazu, Lomi. That's Scamazu. Several more have cleared since then. Yeah, let's see, DN cleared, some banana nuts cleared or something. Or no, banana bread. Oh, Poiko's finally cleared? Oh yeah. Yo, the man, the myth, no, that's the ultimate clears. Banana Codex? Oh, Codex. They made the M12S strat guide. Nice. Yeah. I was actually cheering on for Porcos because like their teamwork was really cool. You know, it's cool to watch. I think they were the true winners of the community. DN is the true winner of the race. Porcos is the true winner of the community. And if people want to get technical, the first recorded world first was that one team that we won't speak about because, you know, we don't care as much. We care about the streaming people, right? Because those people, they sacrifice that extra work into entertaining the crowd, right? They were a pleasure to watch them work. Yeah, I'm excited for DN. Super happy for them. They deserve the title. Yeah, like truthfully, okay, this is my take on it. Okay, DN is officially the streaming world first. And that's awesome, right? I deem them the streaming world first. They are my world first, right? Because they're the ones that got kids. They were part of the teams that got kids up to 100,000 in donations for Games for Love, which is super cool. Okay. I think they're our winners, right? If people want to get technical in the whole world, who got first? Okay, it's that other team from JP or something, right? So we don't care. It's not grats to them, but we don't care. We care about the streaming world first because there's legitimacy behind that. But here's a thing I was thinking about, and I want you guys to see. I want to see if you guys agree with me. In World of Warcraft, in Guild Wars, there's game masters, right? Game masters who can zone, like I know for a fact WoW has game masters that can go into your map. So if you're clearing out a dungeon or you're clearing a raid, there could be a hidden game master sitting there watching, you know? In Guild Wars, the game masters can be hidden. They can be invisible, right? They can do whatever they want. I feel like 14 should have something similar. To invalidate someone else's achievement on world first because they didn't stream it seems a little mean. Well, here, Lummy, this is what I want you to feel like. It's not mean because they're my world first. As in, if DN's my world first, then DN's my world first because they are streaming world first. They got money for the kids. I think it's such a good cause, and they sacrifice some of their, like, you know, privacy to give entertainment to raise for charity. They're my world first. I don't discredit the JP team, right? I'm not asking you to discredit them. Obviously, if you want to play technicalities, yes, the JP team got world first. They tried to prove it. I don't think it's me. I'm not telling you guys. This is an important thing I want you to understand. I'm not telling you to say absolutely not, screw that team. No, absolutely not. I'm not telling you that. Technicalities, I'm the most unbiased person there is. Technicality, they are world first, right? In the whole game. I get that. But to me, as a Twitch streamer, one, as a Twitch streamer, two, as Frosty putting up a free event and getting kids that much money for charity, such a good cause. He didn't have to do this. None of the casters had to do this. Nobody on the production team had to do this. They're putting Final Fantasy XIV on the map and on Twitch. I think they deserve praise. Okay. There's nothing wrong with the technicality. That other JP team, they officially cleared first. They proved it, right? Did they do it validly? Who knows? Did DN do it validly? Who knows? Right? Who knows? I don't care. What cares to me is that I feel DN is my world first, right? Yeah, JP is the world first on game record. DN is the world first on stream. That's why, Lomi, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm not discrediting them in any way. I'm not invalidating them. Technically, I know. On paper, I know. But to me, my champions are the ones that were on the stream because they gave us entertainment and they raised so much money for charity and they brought the community together. Think about it like this, Lomi. If nobody did the world first race, where would the hype even be? The hype would just be in that one random person stream who's streaming Ultimate. You would just pick a streamer of some random team and just sit in there and watch. Oh, is Team Liquid streaming? You would tune up Team Liquid, you would watch. But they put on a production that had all the teams who are willing to stream for like everybody's entertainment over the course of the week. You know? Yeah. Also, hi Coco. I've seen a lot of your tweets too, Coco. They're really good. I like them. They've been doing for this for a while. And once again, I'm not discrediting them. Vin says it's more like who won the event world first, or who cleared the fight first. Yeah. To us, I believe that's world first. Like world first as in like streamer world first. You know, if you want to get technical, streamer world first and official first boss clear world first. That was like evident, right? Frosty is doing more to promote 14 than Square Enix, right? And I think that's a good thing. That's a good cause. He doesn't have to do any of this, you know? It's like there are people who have broken world records, but Guinness wasn't there to record it, so it's not officially in the books. Kind of like that, I guess. Yeah, see, I kind of like that. I feel like they shouldn't have added them to the leaderboard, and that was the fire that started it, because it should have been only the leaderboards participating, not some offline. Okay. Hold on, I gotta pause the music. I have something to say to that. It might be shocking because a lot of people kind of like, you know, there's a lot of back and forth on the 14 board, right? Coco, I agree with you. This is what happened. So if you guys are not caught up on the drama a little bit, Frosty announced that the JP team cleared world first, while the teams on his stream are almost there, right? He gave the first clear to someone else. That to me is actually demoralizing for the teams that were actually part of it. If I was part of the team and I was, let's say I was Poikos, right? We're almost there. We stayed up almost 7 days in a row. We're almost there. Yes, the finish line is there, and then somebody just throws in my face, oh, somebody else did it. It kind of it sucks, right? It's like a slap to the face. But the thing is, his production is meant for the streamers world first. So I feel like he could have had it on like a website or something, but he shouldn't have plastered it on the screen for all the streamers to see, right? Like the streamer channel that like 10,000 people were watching, right? I agree with Coco. He shouldn't have done that. It was almost like a face palm, right? And I think he understands now, but the thing is, the damage has been done. So that's the thing, you know. I know you guys you guys read a lot of stuff on the internet. You see a lot of emotions on the internet, but truthfully, I try to be as like non-biased as possible, and I try to be like reasonable, right? I agree with things on both sides, right? I feel like he shouldn't have done it, you know. But the fun thing from this is the shock factor is slowly calming down. You know, the anger is calming down because it's been a few days. People are now like, what Coco said, Poikos is the people's champion. Dian is the world first streamer winner. And whatever the JP team, I forgot their name, is the official world first, right? Because here's another aspect. Why do I have to stream my world first, right? I could just be a team of like me and like 7 homies at home, right? We don't care about the online world. We just care about the game. We don't care about Twitch. We don't care about streams. We just care about Final Fantasy, right? Me and 7 homies, we rent a streamer house together. We sit with 8 computers. We kumbaya, you know. We feed each other dinner and lunch as we're progging, and then we cleared world first. And we're like, hell yeah, we're smart, you know. And then they're like, hey, I want to let the world know we're world first, and bam, here, let's send out the record, you know. People can say you're cheating. People can say whatever. It doesn't matter. They're world first, you know? If there is a cheating scandal, that's where I go back to GMs, right? Video game masters. That's Squeenix's fault. And I want you guys to realize that this is my hard opinion, right? I think this is something Squeenix should capitalize on and actually do something about, because I feel like they put so much work knowing that there's going to be ultimate races that people go crazy for, and they should put like a thing to it, right? They should put some criteria as to who clears world first. Dude, WoW has done this for ages. The first raid group who clears, let's say, Lich King or Illidan's fight or whatever boss fight, right? A huge text shows up on the screen and says so and so guild has cleared world first, right? Okay, give me a second. I was going. I'm gonna read some of these. Like, guys, I respect your opinions. What I want you to understand in this channel, don't think I'm trying to offend anybody, you know, like I am trying to be as reasonable as possible, because I think we should understand all sides of the story and you know, base this off that. But ultimately, never in this channel that I want you to force your opinion and beliefs on somebody. Everybody has their own opinion. You can try to sway it, you can try to convince them, but don't shove it down their throat, okay? Not in this channel. Okay, there's people who do that in their channels. They shove their ideologies down your throat. If you like to open your mouth and take it, go to their channel, right? But not here. Let's see. I'm gonna catch up with chat. Yeah. Basically, okay, Romery says it's basically been that for a while now. Stream world first gets prized and kudos, off stream gets mentioned. Yeah. So Romery is correct. The prizes from the Mog Talk and the world first streamer race only goes to the streamer people. And he has set rules about that. There's another issue with that, but we won't get into that. But I think it's good that it only goes to the streamer teams, right? Imagine if you somehow overhear that during the world first race prog. Yeah, it's demoralizing, right? But I feel like if there is a secret team that does clear, and they do provide information to FF Reddit, FF JP forum posts, whatever, official forum posts, that's completely okay. That's completely okay. I think the mistake, you know, Frosty is a friend, right? I know Frosty. I've met him, right? He's a cool dude. He's really cool. I think the mistake Frosty did is he shouldn't have used his channel to shout that. He should have just worried about the stream teams, focus on the people that mattered, focus on the charity, and you know, keep it within the channel, right? Keep it within the Twitch, right? The stream. But I think, you know, he was trying to be unbiased as possible too, because his priority is just world first, you know. And I think that was his mistake, and I think maybe in the future he'll know better than to do that, right? Because it pissed off a lot of people. People make mistakes, but remember, guys, at the end of the day, $100,000 for kids is not an easy feat. He got the community together to put in that much money. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. 100,000 is unheard of, guys. I did a charity for Guild Wars 2 for you know, for the campaign, right? I got $500. This fucker got 100,000. Okay, I got $500 for kids. I'm happy, but 100,000 is insane. Okay, don't dismiss that. Red dot cheaters, yeah, red dot cheaters. You know, so the thing is, this team who got world first has been known for cheating, and you know what? We let the internet handle that. That's what Frosty should have done. Let the internet handle that. Don't even touch it. Don't even touch it with a stick. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Frosty should have touched it with a stick, you know? Just ignore it, right? Just ignore it. It doesn't matter if people jump into your chat and be like, so and so cleared war first. Nope, just completely ignore it. Just focus on your stream, you know? The streamers and the streams who are entertaining the Twitch crowd and the community and the YouTube crowd, right? Vin says first LAN party clear. You know, I miss the days of LAN parties. I used to have LAN parties with the homies, you know. I remember hooking up Xboxes and playing Halo with my friends, you know. It's just fun. The other concern is arguably unfair advantages to snipe other people's strat and not shown your own. Yeah, you know, that's crazy, right? Poikos, if you think about it, if Poikos didn't stream and they had that kind of management and that kind of strat building, they could have been first, right? They could have been first, but they decided to put on a show for entertainment, enter in for charity. You know, it's their decision. They knew the risk that came from it, but they still did it. You know, that's the risk you take when streaming. I get that. You know, if Poikos wasn't there, a lot of teams wouldn't have shot up in that, you know, shot up in that kind of information. But you know what? In the end, it's like Coco said. I think the true winners, based on just word of mouth, based on publicity, if anything, the true winners is Poikos. Not world first. It's the people's world first and people's favorite team. I think at the end of the day, that's what people remember. You know, you remember who gave you a good time, right? You don't remember who just, you know, do you remember the kid that got first in the 500-yard race at your school? Absolutely not. Do you remember the kid that beat the shit out of you in the restroom stall? You sure do, because they left an impact, you know? Kind of like that, you know? Or you know, instead of some kid bullying you, you know, maybe some kid who helped you when you fell down. You'll remember that your whole life, you know? Kind of like that. They cheated because they downloaded the update faster and pressed the buttons faster. Uh, yes and no. I mean, it depends what kind of add-ons they had.
Why, you seem like someone with a nose for adventure.
But I mean, that once again, it all finally ultimately comes down to Squeenix, right? Didn't Squeenix used to host it, but there was a lot of cheating and bad blood, so Yoshi P pulled it out. Well, I do know Yoshi P no longer congratulates the team that wins. It used to be a thing, but he doesn't do that anymore. Because I think from the what was it, the UAV online team, he congratulated them and everybody found out they cheated, right? Coco says I'm a little behind on chat because, you know, this is a pretty intense discussion, but it's fun. I think it's fun to talk about, you know. It's good because I want to hear people's opinions and whatnot. But because Squeenix doesn't care about World First Race anymore, since every Ultimate a World First clear has cheated, they don't invest into GM. Pay attention to it. Yeah, they should. They should just have a GM planted in there watching, see what they're doing. Right? Sometimes I wonder, how is that so hard? You know? No, Squeenix didn't used to host it. Actually, I don't think Squeenix ever hosted it, but they supported it by being there, right? Whoever was doing it, right? The thing is, WoW allows third party, XIV doesn't. Yeah, so I do remember in WoW, Martmon, there was a cheating scandal with one of the raids, and the GM could visually see it while they were in there, which was really interesting. I want to go back and see what raid group that was. It was an older raid, though. I remember Yoshida said something ago about how disappointing people were when he saw people cheat World First Race and not putting effort into it. Yeah, that's true, because like I do remember him saying, like, you know, if I do an Ultimate, I want you guys to work hard on it and not cheat through it, you know? I feel like going forward for Mog Talk, World First should only talk about the teams that clear and are part of the event. Yeah, I think so too. And they should just put a title on top of, like, this is World First Streamer Clear. And you know what? Those streamer teams are gonna get rewarded. Just because I'm a eight homies in a basement in the middle somewhere and I officially get World First doesn't mean, you know, I might get like Reddit upvotes, you know, but nobody really recognizes them, you know, because they're like, you guys aren't really entertaining us. You guys are just gamers, you know. You guys, yo, yeah, you got first. End of the day, who cares, you know? So non-streaming can use many things streaming can't. It's true. It's true. XIV allows third party under a table as long as it's not streamed. That is a very vague statement. I do know the quotes that Yoshi P have talked about that. There's a whole article we talked about in the stream. He said don't talk about it, right? But obviously you guys should know better than to use like things like XIV combo, UAV online, red dot. You know, things that give a rating advantage is definitely a no-no, you know? This is the first I'm hearing of this. I have no opinion other than what was said 5 minutes ago. Yeah, and the thing is, you can have an opinion, you cannot have an opinion, but you can hear my opinion, right?
This job is so rewarding.
Right. But the thing is, you guys shouldn't get all toxic about it, you know? Not saying every single one here is, but, you know, just don't stress yourself at the end of the day about it. We can talk about it. Just don't stress yourself out. I think after top, Yoshi P said he wasn't going to make a public congratulation messages to the world first racers anymore because of the rampant cheating. Yeah. And that's the thing. There's ways to combat this. And ultimately, it doesn't come down to Frosty. It doesn't come down to Mog Talk. It doesn't come down to world first races. It comes down to Squeenix, right? That's beyond our hands. If anything, put in some complaints, send in some tickets, voice your opinion. Go on their official forum, you know? World first means nothing now because people constantly find a way to cheat. I no longer pay attention to it. Okay, yeah, then you know, don't pay attention to it, you know? That's the thing. Like, if I think why people like the world first race that is streamed, because you can see them playing properly, right? They could be cheating while they're streaming online. It's not like I can't hide overlays, right? It really isn't, and you can easily hide overlays. But the thing is, it's like you can see patterns, right? It's like you're running CACbot, right? And the boss is gonna swing the left side of the arena, but the thing is, CACbot knows ahead of time that the boss is gonna swing to the left before the visual cue. So how does the person know that he's gonna swing left when it's a 50-50, right? That's the thing. That's programming code. That's how CACbot knows ahead of time. But that's the thing. That's if you're streaming it, people can watch you and judge you, you know? And truthfully, that's what the GM should really do if, you know, they care. Also, especially in Ultimate, it's quite demoralizing for teams when it's a marathon run and stress levels are so high. Yeah. Yeah, totally agree. He didn't realize the impact that made it into the other teams. I'm catching up with chat, guys. I'm a little behind. I'll try to read everything though. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Yeah, he would have been given shit either way. It's a lose-lose situation. No, it's not lose-lose. It's lose, but lose not as much. You know, it's basically neutral and lose. If anything, if he doesn't announce the real world first, it's not his problem. He's there for the streamer world first. He's there for charity. He's there to do that. I want to only care about the teams that are visually in my face, put on as a TV show, right? Think about it. If you're watching like The Bachelor on TV, right? I care about the 10 bachelors on the screen. Who gives a shit about the 10 bachelors at the bar down my street? I don't. Who cares? I care about the entertainment that's on my face, right? You watch Twitch because you want to see this streamer talk. You don't watch Twitch just because you just want to go and argue with people, right? Nobody does that, right? Right? That's sarcasm, but that's the thing. Like, we want to care about our entertainment, what's in front of us. So if you give me 10 teams to cheer on, then that's my show. That's my Bachelorette. That's my Bachelor. That's my Survivor. That's my, you know, that's my Housewives of Eorzea or some shit. You know, that's my show. Does that make sense? At least he has a better argument for not congratulating non-streaming teams. Like, if you want Mock Talk, congrats, then join the event next time, IMO. Yeah. And the thing is, wait, I see another comment. Hold on. If you don't congratulate the off-stream team, you're an asshole. That's invalid. I don't think that's true. Because what if I'm busy? What if I'm busy running an event, raising $100,000 for kids? I don't have time for that. That's mine's the world first for the streaming world first. If he wants to put on the website, do it on the website, right? Do it on the website. Don't do it like flat out on the screen when everybody's think of it like this. You're watching Survivor. The one person you want to win all the money gets beaten by somebody who's not even on the show. Does that make sense, Lomi? I'm watching the show. I'm not watching for some dude who's not part of the roster of the show. Okay? Just got to focus on the Namazu Hargan. I think it's okay for him to congratulate them, but not on the stream during his thing. That's my opinion. You know, you might not have, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to get pissy about it. That's just my opinion. I think that's my moral reasoning. I feel like that would have been smarter, right? Poikos would have been first by hours if they weren't streaming. Yeah. He raised almost twice the amount from last time, so give him a little grace and everyone is a winner who raised money for the kiddos. Yeah. I think that's amazing, and people should focus on that first, right? Quan, imagine Qui-Gon playable race. I think that would be so cool, but kind of shitty. I cried when the scholar cried. Yeah, the scholar tried. The scholar did so good, you know, and I would cry too, you know. Any team can join the event if they want. So I think next time if they make it clear from the start, they're only gonna mention streaming teams that no one can really say anything. Yeah. That'd require them to plant hundreds of GMs across different servers. They're not doing that. Okay. Okay. You're pushing a stretch now. Hundreds of team in the current phase. No. How many phases is you mad? Was it 5, 6? All you have to do is find out everybody who's in phase 5 at like the highest prog point, and then send your GM into that room. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's such a stretch. Hundreds of team that close for world first? Absolutely not. It's so easy. WoW can do it. Guild Wars can do it. No. Lomi, you're starting to preach random stuff now. You're stretching it too far. You're stretching it too far.
Healthy, spry, worldly. Why, you seem like
Let's
someone with a
see.
nose for adventure.
The World Race teams actually disclose to Blizzard what add-ons they're using and how the Blizzard approves or denies each one they want to use. Yeah. Also, hi Tina. I was half expecting that someone whip out Splatoon. You know, it would be funny. Somebody probably did, you know? They don't promote the world race of how continuously something bad has happened on every world race, and Squeenix will get fired if it found another team cheated for something they sponsor. Yeah. And that's the thing, Coco. That's where it sucks, because at the end of the day, this is Yoshi P's responsibility. You know? They really should find a way to circumvent cheating. And no, they should put in a mechanic that is uncheatable. How about that, you know? Put in a mechanic that cannot be detected by, you know, Catbot, right? With how many people actively watching Ultimate Race, Greenix could turn in that too. Yeah, they could. They really could, you know. Vin says, I feel Squeenix could do something similar if they wanted to. If they give the money prize, then teams would sign the terms and conditions, and it's much bigger risk to cheat. Yeah. Like, think about it. League of Legends does like worlds, you know, Dota does worlds, you know, Overwatch. They do all these big tournaments, you know. Once in a blue moon, they find a cheater in like the qualifying rounds. But it's so rare, you know. If anything, they should fly out these teams for like, you know, for like a real battle, you know, like Korean style. I feel like it would have been better if he kept the stream well first progress on Twitch. Then if he felt the need to mention it off the stream teams, keep it on the website tracker. Yeah. I feel that way too. I feel that way 100%, Romery. I think he made a mistake. He realized what he did, and he owned up to it, but the damage has been done. What we, you know, it sucks. It sucks, right? Even I think he made a mistake, and he's my friend, right? But people grow from it, right? People, it's at the end of the day, it's done and done. Just next time, don't do it again, you know. Yummy says MTQ used to stream with Cacbot funnily, and I swear they got achievements in Slice of Right because of people using it. They're moving to safe spots before he even cuts the bamboo. See, that's not how it works, Yummy. So MTQ and a lot of streamers before the WoW exodus used to use ACT, and they used to use ACT and Cacbot and all that stuff before the exodus. It was all over stream. I remember that time. Nobody does it anymore because people, you know, say it's cheating. Slice it right. That's not how it works. I might be an expert on this because I've done some research and studying. Slice the right is not how it works. What Slice the Right does is they tell you where the highest probability spot will be that is not going to get cut. But the problem is you see like 30, 40 people stack in that same spot. If you lose like the 60-40, then that whole slice is gone. You can't avoid it. It's complete RNG slices right. So the thing is, they give you the dot that tells you the highest probability of the slice that doesn't get chopped, but it isn't the answer. It's just the highest probability. Good night, cute. Remember the DSR hype? Yeah. Quan is like 10 minutes behind in chat. The rant will take him 2 hours. That feels like you're moving the goalposts on the argument. I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying this is my opinion. I have every right to it. You have your opinion. You have every right to it. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to argue and make you understand my point, like, completely. You can hear it once. You believe it. If you don't, who cares? Whatever I say that's coming out of my mouth, Lomi, don't let it bother you. Go to sleep happy. Don't sit here and fume up because of what I'm saying. You know. Like, if you want to get pissed off in a stream, go to what's his face? Go Baldi's stream, right? Go Arthur's stream. You want to start shit with people? Go those streams, you know. But I'm not getting phased. It's fine. Whatever you say, I still think my belief is right. As in, I believe in my morals. I believe this is what should be the right answer. You know. Let's see. Regardless of the entertainment attached to it or the money raised, that's not a part of the race itself. It's an attachment to it. I get what you're saying, but the World Face is a global event. Therefore, it should be covered as a global event. See, that's wrong because he doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to do any of it. You know, he's giving a window of opportunity for a lot of these teams to be known in like be popular. Poikos is like we said, Poikos is the winner in terms of popularity. They're the people's champ. Are they the real champs? No. But are they the people's champ? Yes. And truthfully, at the end of the day, that would make me even more happy. You know, it's like all my work didn't get discredited just because I got 4th or 5th, right? They're the people's champ. At the end of the day, remember this. People will remember UAV Online and the team that used it. People remember the Red Dot team and the team that just used it. People will remember Poikos. But a lot of the other teams, you know, a lot of the world first other teams who got world first I don't remember. Who got world first UCOB? I don't remember. If you ask me 5 years from now, who got world first, you know, you mad? I'll be like, these nuts. But also Poikos, we remember Poikos. That's the real winner, you know. It's an official esports event by Squeenix, so it would be way bigger than Mog but as big as WoW World First, hard to say. Yeah. What if they put in a literal mechanic that nobody could cheat on because everybody loves them, right? Cheating would go up by 100-fold if Squeenix was offering money for World First. Everyone would cheat both on off stream. When money is involved, people play real. When real money is involved, they fly out the team to an arena. That's how the Koreans do it. That's how a lot of Chinese people do it. I mean, a lot of like World First and the biggest event are at a sanctioned arena, you know. Will they want to do that kind of stuff? I don't know, you know, but ultimately it's Squeenix. Squeenix needs to do things, you know. I think it's not Frosty's responsibility to even worry about others' world first, you know. Plus, it gives Square more control over the event, like rules, and requiring anti-cheat software and requiring logs to be reviewed and things like that. Yeah. The flip side is money is involved. People won't risk it. It would attract pro esports team, and they wouldn't risk their whole career just to cheat into some might. But I think the majority wouldn't risk the bag too. Think about this. Would you tarnish like Team Liquids or Team, you know, like whatever, all the major teams? Do you think they would sign somebody who cheats? It would destroy their legacy, you know? All it takes is one cheater to destroy a whole esports legacy, you know? And at the highest level, you know, you don't need people who cheat. You got the best, right? Do you think Faker is at the top because he cheats? Do you think Faker or any of his teammates are the ones that cheat? Absolutely not. They're like the most respected people, you know. Actually follow all the people and slice the right, not third party tool will make me see with everyone on top. Yeah. Sometimes you just go with the crowd, you get lucky. We wait, I'm almost caught up, guys. I'm not being mad about anything. I'm trying to have a discussion. Well, I'm having a discussion with you. I mean, I'll probably remember the D's nuts cleared UMAD on 6-7, right? That's the best part. UMAD cleared by D's nuts on 6-7. I caught up, guys. It wasn't 2 hours. I love how we just ranted about Final Fantasy in the Guild Wars 2 category for the last hour. But yeah, that's the thing. Let me like. I get where you're coming from. I totally do. But I also get that Frosty kind of messed up with that. But also he's not even responsible for that, right? If he runs a world first race and you're not happy how he does it, you don't have to watch it. Turn off the TV. Click away. Change channels. It's as ultimate as that. If you don't like his thing and you don't like how, let's say, he does world first stuff, you can go to the official forums. You can tell Yoshi P, hey, can you do the world first stuff? Because Mog Talk is screwing your stuff. I'm gonna report him. Report Frosty. Tell Yoshi P, like, unsanction it, like, not even sanction it, but don't let him do it, you know. Is this a bot? Scamazoo is just Scamazoo. Scamazoo is just Scamazoo. I don't know about Scamazoo. He's a little special. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters to me is, holy shit, he raised $100,000 for kids. You know, a kid out there is gonna have like 5 more days to his life gaming on a PS5. You know, instead of just laying in his bed sick staring at the ceiling. That's what matters to me. And you know, he did a good job, you know. If people want to play, you know, technicalities and stuff, man, take it up with Yoshi P. Take it up with Frosty, you know. I personally even think Frosty messed up by doing that, but you know, he owned up to it. And you know, I think in the future there needs to be more separation. It's like, hey, my name is Frosty and I'm gonna host a streamer world first ultimate race. I will only care about streamers and people who stream their race for the entertainment and charity. Done. Okay. From day one, that's his disclaimer. It doesn't matter how many team clears were. Let's say there's 10 other teams who clear world first before the streamer teams. I wouldn't care because I tuned in for this show and I want to see the winners of this show. I don't care about the winners of the outside world, you know? At the end of the day, all that matters, I got some good ice cream while watching World Race and how much kids are getting on to charity. Exactly. Let me ask you a question. So you only care about World First from the entertainment standpoint and not as an unofficial raid event? Yes. I will say it with a firm yes. You know why, Lomi? Because I give a shit about Ultimate. You know why? Because I have 0 Ultimates under my belt. I don't care. I just like the entertainment. And I like the fact that a kid's gonna smile for a few more days. To me, the kids are more important than a stupid video game. A stupid video game doesn't matter to me. Right? It really doesn't. If you told me to not play Final Fantasy for 8 months, you want to take a bet? There's hundreds of other games I can play, right? I don't care about the Ultimate race as much. Have I done Savage raids? Do I like raiding? Yes. But do I care as much of this Ultimate race where it's gonna bother me? No. That's the thing. Has there been cheating in this race? Not confirmed, but not that we know of yet. All in, I can't imagine caring about the race beyond the entertainment and value unless you yourself are a racer. Exactly. I mean, hopefully that clears it up, Lomi. You might be more passionate than me about the technicalities of who is first. If that's the game and the entertainment values you follow, I respect that. You do what you want. Like I'm you know, some people love certain type of competitions more than others. But me, if you've been in my channel enough, you understand, like, I value everything as great fun entertainment, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, nor am I gonna, like, you know, sever friendships or sever, like, you know, like just be a dick about it, right? But yeah, I hope it clears up your confusion, you know. But yeah, I I I really hope that clears it up. I'm not angry. I'm just like, at the end of the day, I think the fact that, you know, Frosty put Final Fantasy on the map once again for an event that was done out of his pocket. This guy works a 9 to 5, you know? He took PTO off. He didn't have to do any of this. And then he got so many casters. How many time slots were there? There was 3 casters per time slot, and I think there was about 12 time slots. Each person was an hour, so 24 time slots times 3, right? That's almost like 70 something time slots. You know, Kiwi Cat, you know, Citry, you know, Rookery. Oh my gosh, those people, they don't work for free, guys. You know, they don't work for free. The fact that everybody got together to give out their time is insane. And I want to be even firm on Kiwi. Okay, freaking Kiwi streams 365 days a week, or a year. Sorry, she streams every freaking day. She works a 9 to 5, and she still put an hour into this freaking race to cast. How does that girl even survive, man? That girl's working 24 hours a day. I feel like she sleeps like 3 hours a night. It's crazy. So to me, that deserves that gets more respect from me than some random 8 dudes in the middle of Japan getting world first. You know, if anything, I'm gonna raise my fist right now and be like, oh yeah, good job. I'm raising a Coke Zero to you. That's it. That's all they get from me, you know? It really does. But, you know, DN, Poikos, they you know, I was like, man, they kicked some ass. They gave us some good entertainment value, you know? They gave us something to cheer on. They proved that they tried their best to be transparent to everybody in the world. And you know, that deserves a little praise, you know, from me. You know, Frosty deserves a lot of praise. All the casters deserve a lot of praise, you know? The amount of love Poikos is getting after the show they finally clear is awesome. Amazing, truly deserves all the energy they're getting now. True. I agree with this. I feel like the world first streams are meant to be entertainment more than anything else, but I'm also a filthy casual. Yeah. And that's the thing. I like to watch like the best of the best, right? That's why people watch League of Legends Worlds, right? You might be a bottom feeder. You might be a Teemo main who runs 0 and 12 every freaking match, but you're allowed to enjoy the best of the best in the world playing, right? You can be like, oh yeah, you know, if I was him, I would have done that. Even though you're a filthy 0-12 Teemo, you know, like it doesn't matter. It's fun to watch the best in the world, you know? Ooh, that was a lot of talking. It's okay. Thank you, Lumi. Thank you, everybody, for the chat. That definitely woke me up. It's fun. I like discussions like this. You know, I like hearing people's point of view. You know. What, you're a good Teemo? Hey, I'm a pretty good Teemo, man. I was AP Teemo, okay? I know where to drop the shrooms, you know? Hi, Dracon. Yeah. Guys, I might not always have the best takes, but I feel like I have reasonable takes. Right? I have reasonable takes until you kind of give me a point where I'm kind of wrong. You know, I accept it, you know? I am very fast to get accepted. I if you prove me wrong instantly, I'll accept it. What if you scared Lomi? Nah, Lomi wouldn't get mad and run away. Lomi knows we're just talking and having fun. Right, Lomi? You didn't run away. Oh, sorry. But yeah. Yeah, Guild Wars, guys. Guild Wars. We love Guild Wars. Guys, we're running a WeHot campaign right now. If you click the link at the top, it'll take you to a website called WeHype, which is a valid website that we always run campaigns on. And you always, you know, just by entering in, you get like free backspace, free transmutation charges, and you get a free chair. There's a lot of free stuff coming from it. Plus we have drops right now too. If you had the World Cup held in a private venue versus a match for a third place broadcast all over the world, more people would care about the result of the third seat. Exactly. Like just like people want to go to the basketball game. People want to go to the soccer game, right? If you just hear of it, you know, maybe if it's a team you already support, I get it. But watching it live and watching it on the TV is definitely something better than not watching it at all, you know? But yeah. Thank you guys for listening to my old man rant and not getting too frustrated with me, you know? Sometimes I have good takes, sometimes I have bad takes, but you know, just as long as you know, I'm not sitting here to try to like, you know, ruin your day, you know? But yeah. So Guild Wars, guys.